Sitting right in front of us is one of the newest members of the San Diego Padres. Really excited to say hello to shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Xander, welcome to San Diego. Welcome to the flagship station. It is good to see you, man. How are you?
Thank you, guys. All has been smooth so far. Getting to know most of the guys. Obviously, I know them from playing against them, but now it's different being in the clubhouse with all the guys and being able to be here for a long time. And obviously, guys are going to become family because you're going to spend so many time with them. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's the first time you've ever been in a different organization. I mean, it's got to be a little bit of a trip for you. A lot of guys get traded over midseason and struggle. You'll get to be here, get everything set up before. How important was that to you to make sure, I want to get somewhere, get there early, and get things cracking right away?
Yeah, I came to Arizona a couple years ago for the WBC practice for Team Netherlands, but obviously this is my first time being able to be with a new team, different team, new guys. That's been a little different, because a lot of new faces that you're meeting, not much familiar faces, like you're bumping into guys every year for like the past 5-6 years. So
right.
It is different. It is a change, but it hasn't been a challenge so far. I get along with pretty much everyone, so I don't have enemies. I don't have problem with no one in here.
I can't relate, actually. So, I can't relate at all.
No. But it's been all fun. It's been cool, and just being able to work with the guys. Hopefully, I'll get in some games before I head to the WBC, and that'll be nice.
How do you develop that relationship as fast as possible, especially with your fellow infielders? You got Manny next to you. You got to decide, all right, who's getting which ball? Ha-Sung Kim at second base on the double play turn. Jake Cronenworth at first. What do you do to kind of get comfortable with the new
think with
infield?
Machado it's a little easier because, he's just going to make my job a little bit more easier just with the ability, the elite defense that he has. You see the good plays, the great plays that he makes on TV, but I think seeing it on a daily basis now, it's like, oh, wow, this is actually
legit.
Yeah, this is actually the real deal. Sometimes he looks a little bit like it's too easy for him, and that's where people be like, shit, because it's not that easy to me. But listen, man, the guy has elite defense, and the other two guys, they're also shortstops, so, they're pretty good also.
I had to ask, man, I'm talking to Xander Bogaerts here on Ben and Woods this morning. I'm watching Bob hitting you and Manny grounders yesterday, and it just popped in my head. I go, how many ground balls have these guys taken in their entire lives? Got to be in the millions. At what point in spring training are you like, I'm good. I got enough ground. Like, do you ever get to that point where you're like, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm set. I don't need any more grounders today. My arms can't. Like, I'm done.
I know. I think I started with a new glove this spring.
So you got to break it in.
Yeah, so that's been a little hard. And I didn't really like that. So I had a buddy of mine that came from Arizona to bring my old glove. So I had 2 days with no errors in the grounders, so my throws have been pretty good. So I think I'll be actually good right now. Just once you get in the games, the different speed of the ball, the different areas you get hitting the balls, you probably make a couple mistakes before that muscle memory kicks in, like on some of the tough plays.
So you do need to get out there and get a bunch of grounders every day, all the way up till spring training ends, just to stay in the flow.
Yeah, I think so. I think you do need that, and game speed is also helpful. Like, you're taking grounders like fungos, not as top speed, not with the best pre-pitch, pre-work, but the game you need to be on point with all of those. So that's where it's going to be a little challenging in the beginning because you're getting a little tougher hops. So you're supposed to make some mistakes now, early on.
Yeah, get them out of the way.
Talking to Xander Bogaerts. Now, does it matter to you like where you hit in the lineup? Obviously, you've always kind of been the guy, but there's a lot of different ways it's going to happen, especially when Tatis comes back with you and Manny and Soto and Tatis about, what's the best place to put all you guys at the top of the order?
I know. I've actually talked to Bob a little bit about that. He has some nice ideas. I won't share it, but they were pretty surprising one. It was nice though, but I just told him I don't mind hitting anywhere on the lineup, but just not second. And second is actually my favorite spot, but my numbers doesn't work out there, so I don't want to be in a position where my numbers aren't too good.
Because you're going to have the opportunity for numbers. I think all four.
Second, my career numbers are
not as good.
No, it's not as good. So I told him just second is probably the only place I wouldn't want to hit.
Juan can do just about anything
in the 2-hole.
Manny can do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You're talking about three studs, man. And Tatis, he can hit first or he can hit forward. So it's up to Bob what he wants to do with the lineup, because there's another couple guys that can hit leadoff, but then you just have to move the other guys a bit more down. So we'll see how he does it.
Talking to Xander Bogaerts, very excited to have you here in town. You bring a championship pedigree to a clubhouse that has a few guys in it, that have been there. And then the run that the Padres went on last year, I think is huge. How important is it to get those postseason reps, right? It's different ball. It's so big, and then helps you into the next year, isn't it?
It is. And like the WBC I'm going now, I remember my first time in 2013, I went to the WBC. That was the biggest crowd I've ever played in.
Massive.
And that kind of helped me for the postseason that we went on in 13. I mean, no one thought we would have made the playoffs, but that helped me just with the experience that I got in WBC. And I was so nervous the first time in Japan, just all these noise.
Crazy.
And then it just helped me out in the postseason. So I know the experience that these guys got last year, the run that they went on last year was pretty nice. I actually thought they were going to go at least to the World Series, but the Phillies were just harder at that point, and I think it's really good for the guys, for the experience, especially the young guys.
Now, you've experienced the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry for so many years. The Padres and the Dodgers are creating, I feel like something similar on the West Coast.
It's better now than
it
the
really
Yankees-Red Sox isn't much anymore.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's like it was at the beginning, with like Pedro and Veritek and, David, all those type of guys. But I don't think we've had much brawls. Obviously, when Brock Holt was there, Joe Kelly, we had a couple of those guys, being a little bit, they like those type of stuff, especially Joe Kelly. I mean, he'll stir some stuff up.
He's 165 pounds, and he will stir up with anybody.
And he's the real deal. Like
fearless.
Fearless. But I've seen a lot of Sunday night games with Dodgers and the Padres. So I mean, obviously we're done playing at that point. So I mean, I know it's something brewing there. Obviously, the Dodgers kind of beat the Padres pretty much every time in the season, and in the postseason, it went the other way, where it actually mattered. So, I know that was pretty nice to see.
Do you embrace that, or do you just like, hey, every game's, it doesn't
It is
matter.
different.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like going into Yankee Stadium, it is different. So I think it'll be the same. I mean, just seeing it from afar, and as I said, I look at baseball all the time. Whenever we're done playing, those are the only games that are on. So it's a fun rivalry to see.
Well, Xander, I know you said you were really looking forward to the meetings that you've got
so
going
many
this
good
morning.
meetings this morning.
Well, we got to let you go. We've got some in the
Thank you,
clubhouse
guys.
and then out on the field, but it's great to meet you, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
We'll
I
talk to you
appreciate it,
again.
man.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it,
guys.
man.
New Padres shortstop
Best of
Xander
luck.
Bogaerts with us here on